What's going on, gamer? So we got some more exposure here coming from Xbox. As you know, like I said, the anti-consumer spree continues. They promised you that Halo Infinite was going to be 10 years in the making, and it's going to last a while. That's why they call it Halo Infinite. 4 years down the line, now it's ending. You got lied to again. Kid Smooth has a nice video here saying Halo Infinite is done. I haven't seen it, but I immediately wanted to react. Let me go to give him a like because it says the 10-year promise broken. So once again, not only did they wear that Halo shirt, if you get what I mean, go for PlayStation like that, but they lied to you and told you this is why it's not coming to PlayStation because people were thinking, no, 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 it's done. They lied to you and told you it was going to be 10 years, right? It's like the Force stuff, all this stuff is lies. And now you figure out that that's not happening either. That's why I said you cannot trust this company. Are we ready to get into this? Like, comment, subscribe. Here we go.
Everybody, it's the best spot, Kid Smooth, back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about Halo Infinite and how Halo Studios is giving up on Halo Infinite. Yes, the game that was promised to be a 10-year project, something like, Destiny was originally proposed to be. Now, reason why I'm kind of coming at this with a negative tone is because the next Halo that they're working on is Halo Campaign Evolve, the multiplayer experience that they're doing. That is actually going to be a single player experience only. So that's not going to have a multiplayer. So it's not like they're launching a new multiplayer experience that they need to focus on. The campaign is being handled in Unreal Engine 5 and by mostly a different team. So, I mean, giving up on Halo Infinite just seems kind of laziness, right? So there
100%, bro. And not adding multiplayer to Combat Evolve after that does not make any sense. You want to know why they're doing it? It's because I told you guys they're scared that that will stay up and alive. And if they do Halo 2 multiplayer 2, they will be up and alive. Everybody would stay in there, or they would ignore their Halo 7 microtransaction battle pass gambling Halo that's coming. But why are you the developers of the next generation of Halo, but you're afraid of Bungie's legacy because you are submitting to their superior Halo development from the past? Hmm? So now let's do the single player narrative Unreal Engine 5 lazy part over and let's cook out to PlayStation because we are targeting a bigger audience from a business profit standpoint. Not respecting the legacy of you being with us for over 20 years plus, right? Doesn't matter. It's just all gone.
there are two major multiplayer experiences in the Halo universe that I think that everybody should experience. It doesn't make sense to start off your whole multi-plat quests. To me, I think Halo's multiplayer is, if it's not as equal, maybe more important than this campaign. The fact that there is no multiplayer source available on the other platforms you want to bring this game to, it would have made sense for it just to be the MCC to go over there, which is a more than capable experience. It has everything from start to finish, all the campaigns, all the multiplayer experiences, and it works very well. Or you could have gone with, honestly, Halo Infinite, which is I don't care what anybody says. Halo Infinite is one of the best Halo experiences from a campaign standpoint and from a multiplayer standpoint.
Yeah, I like the campaign on Infinite for sure. Multiplayer, they actually improved it. They didn't give up on it. So I got to give them credit for that. But what's going forth now, and so many people have left too, I just don't know.
It's very polished, is very balanced, is a really good game. But them giving up on this to focus on other Halo projects. We know the next 3 Halo projects are going to be single player experiences. They're doing Campaign Evolve, which is due next year. Then they're supposed to be doing Halo 2, which doesn't really make sense. It looks perfect on MCC right now, the anniversary edition, running at 120 FPS and 4K. And then they're probably going to do Halo 3. At that point, if you're not going to be doing the multiplayer experience, then with any of those games, then you're looking at a good 5 to 7 years with no new or refresh Halo multiplayer experience. Now, there are rumors that they're going to be doing some sort of maybe free-to-play multiplayer experience that's going to be multi-plat, but my thing is you got to prioritize that almost immediately. That should be launching next year. If you're going to give up on Halo Infinite this year, there should be some sort of Halo multiplayer experience next year. So that's really honestly my take on that. I've had the biggest issue with Microsoft with Xbox with 343 or now rebranded as Halo Studios on giving up. They give up so soon. They give up on
Yep.
everything they're due. They're like, what was that character from the Powerpuff Girls? I don't know if it was Mojo Jojo. It was a villain that never finished what he started. He would start something, but it would always be unfinished. That's exactly what Halo Studios is that they've had history. The one project that they were forced to literally finish was Master Chief Collection. If like which I'm happy that they did. But like everything after that, like all the promises, and they kind of had to do that because they obviously they were going to be looking at a lawsuit. But like with Halo Infinite, remember Halo Infinite was supposed to be again a 10-year project, and they're
Mm-hmm.
stopping 5 years in, and the campaign was supposed to be also released on expansion base. So it was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be like, biomes after like, we were supposed to get like added content. They ended the game on a cliffhanger. So what do we do from there?
100% what he just said. So you see that when it comes to Microsoft and even their development partners, there's no follow-ups on a lot of things they say. And you've been lied to so many times. At this point, that's why I don't understand any damage control. And this is what I like about Kid Smooth because he's being honest as an Xbox gamer. Even if he wants to call himself a bot or anything and say he wants to go down with the sinking ship, he's loyal to it. And I just like that he's honest about everything. He's not really being a fanboy that is being delusional, attacking other platforms in a way, unless it was represented the Xbox, platform that he liked back then, you know what I mean, where it was Xbox and they had some exclusive identity. I can respect that loyalty and I can respect his open honesty. I don't care what certain people say either. That's why I'm subbed to him. I'm still subbed to him and I have not unsubbed. And he subbed to me too because he knows exactly what I'm talking about when I say that identity, exclusivity, like playing the game, staying loyal to your base, not putting on that t-shirt, man. I don't think so, bro. Because there could have been a better way to do that. It's totally disrespectful. And they just don't give a damn about the legacy of Halo. They're going straight PlayStation after that. It's like, how you just hold up, man. I can understand if you were an Xbox gamer saying, I'm tired of what you're doing, Microsoft, but to end that as the final Halo thing, because Halo Infinite's done now. That's the way they went out in front of you. No, man, no, 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 no. Then the Master Chief stuff, like I just like the way that this, because this is what this company tried to promote. Like I said, I always bring up their Homeland Security stuff and everything else. I'm like, okay, so you wanted to promote all these programs and all this other stuff, and this is your way of doing this. And I'm telling you, it's not an accident. You don't. Let me tell you guys something. You don't unsee that type of stuff. What you saw is, like I said back at the beginning of the year, the mask came off now. Hmm. Playing both sides. Oh yeah, and there is no, like I said, you don't accidentally do any of these moves. Sorry, no. You saw them for who they are. I ain't fake over here. You know that. I tell you who I am, what I represent, everything. You know. Well, let me point up in the air. You see what I'm saying? And right here in the center. But Microsoft, man, you can't be doing that and pricing people out like this, then putting on that T-shirt and just the behavior that's going on, man, it's unnecessary. And I still can't believe people are defending it at this point, and then they're doubling down. Halo 2, Halo 3, no multiplayer, canceling out Infinite. See, it's continuing. They're not stopping. You're just seeing everything they tried to hold, and now it all has to come out. They don't have a choice. Hey, well, you know what I mean? Who's defending this? That's what I mean. There's nothing else to talk about, man.
You know what I mean? And then so I just don't like when they set up these expectations and then they don't follow through. They have a habit of doing that. And just because they changed their name doesn't mean they're breaking out of their old stupid habits. Now I will.
Oh, my bad, guys. I have my mic muted. But no, facts. You basically just have the same habits, and then you move to a different location. You see what I mean? And then you set those habits right back in there. So this company has already showed you that you cannot trust them. That's why I don't understand why people still waking up looking for some Xbox positivity. I can understand from a long time fan. Look, I've been there since day one, like you. But the truth of the matter is, it's not there. It's Microsoft, soulless corporation, the suits, and whatever little bit is left over. If you still want to fight for that, hey man, go ahead. But I have to tell you, I just I'm not, because I know that the brand that I cared about that had an identity is no longer there. And if they don't give a damn, why the hell should you? Because they're the ones that are leading it. They don't. They told you that. So why am I still here? You see what I mean? Why am I still trying to represent the content? Like when I used to tag Alex every day, tag Fred every day, tag Astro every day, tag Josh edits, and there was some fun to that. I enjoyed all that because it was real, and I was hoping for Xbox to positively push somewhere and keep that up. But when they just went in and stomped all of it in front of us, and I'm like, what I wake up every day doing all this for? You see what I mean? Just like certain people getting mad at me, like dirt them. I understand, you know what I mean. But once again, like, listen to what I'm saying. What did you wake up every day believing all that for if they're going to do that in front of you and then do all the stuff I just talked about recently? Like, what is the point then? You think I'm going to just sit here and just let you disrespect me like that? Oh no, I'm coming right and I'm slamming you right back, Microsoft. You see what I mean? What's the point then? And I'm not rocking with that anymore. You said to me, no, because you clearly have stabbed everybody in the back and just dumped all over them. It's like, man, I got pride. Not finna happen. I don't think so. And then everybody knows that. So let's keep going.
Will say I must admit I have not played Halo Infinite's multiplayer in a long time. I do have a lot of hours, especially compared to my peers in Halo Infinite's multiplayer. There was a stretch where I played Halo Infinite's multiplayer for like at least two straight years, like nonstop. It was a part of my gaming appetite. I play some campaign I have to play, whatever, on some different game, and then when I want to get my multiplayer fix, I will go to Halo Infinite. It's one of the reasons why the game is still installed on my Xbox today, because sometimes I just get in the mood to play it. Again, I'm going to say this: not every game multiplayer experience is built for this whole battle pass crave, this whole battle royale crave that trend.
That's the thing, kids move. That is unnecessary. Just keep it original. Put up the multiplayer that we cared about, like they did on PC, and it's fine. But I know what you mean because they would have wanted to do that. They would have tried to make more money. 100%.
Some games just need to stay locked in what they did best. Halo did what it did best. It's Team Slayer, its multiplayer modes, its Forge, or its core modes. It doesn't need to be a part of this season pass gaming. People need to understand, like,
Facts.
there's ways to advance what was there, and not following these trends. Because when you follow the trends of like the Fortnite and stuff, you have to keep up at a rate that you can't. That's why games should just be delivered, as they are. Like, there was nothing wrong with the pack-in multiplayer games experiences that we used to get from the 360 era, and early Xbox One, PS4 era.
What you just said, sticking to the identity and realize, is this how you got to where you were? And now you chased that trend, lost your identity, died off, and you don't know what to do. Now you're going to PlayStation identities with the PlayStation. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? They lost their identity and they didn't realize, no, remember how you blew up? You sold that much without microtransactions. You would have actually got your sales, your series would have been alive, and you still would have had an identity. But no, they didn't do that. They wanted to get greedy. The most, you know what I mean? Greedy company has the most money, them in the video. And they're still choosing to be even more greedy. It's just mind blowing.
Nowadays, you know what I mean? We kind of have this whole battle pass, season pass, all this other stuff that they have to keep up with. They are launching in games with not enough content, which forces them to continuously feed the game with content. We've just launched the game with a decent amount of content, like a strong amount of content. It allows you more time to put out, minor updates or updates every so often. It doesn't have to be every fucking 6 weeks or whatever the goal is. But again, Halo Infinite is a really good game. Obviously, they follow the money. If it's not producing enough players or if it's not producing enough money, they give up on it. That's what they do, even though there is a core audience that is still playing the game, still experiencing the game. They kind of leave them there to pretty much keep the game alive without supporting them. Halo Studios is a big team. They have a lot of supporting studio support teams, and now that the new Halo campaign Evolve is being run on Unreal Engine 5, anybody can essentially work on a game. Anybody can literally work on a game since it's running on that engine. I just think it's a little premature, too soon to do that. I don't like the excuse, oh, to work on future Halo projects. Nah, B, show me the future Halo projects. I don't want to hear that. Like I
Exactly what he's saying. They're trying to save money and make more money. It's pretty obvious, but I don't know what you felt like that as a lazy way of leaving behind that Halo coding. They're dumping all that down. They really are. They're telling you that.
If when the games stop getting their multiplayer support, it should be due to us knowing and seeing, oh, this game is coming right now. So, for example, when Battlefield 2042, if I don't know, I don't follow Battlefield, but let's say they announced that this is the last update for like 2042. It's okay because we already seen and played betas of the new Battlefield 6 that's out. So that makes sense. You have a replacement. There is no replacement for Halo Infinite when the game goes stale. Halo Campaign Evolved is not a replacement because that's going to be a at max 8 to 10 hour experience. That it's Halo Campaign Evolved is a one and done experience. That's what it is. It's going to be a one and done experience. It's not going to have a tacked on multiplayer. It's not going to have its classic multiplayer, and they're not launching a free to play or a new multiplayer Halo experience at the same time. And if they do, it will be a surprise. So this thing says here, the next major update for Halo Infinite will also be its last. Halo Studios, which is a part of Microsoft Xbox Game Studios, has announced that it's rolling out Operation Infinite. And now Infinite means forever, by the way. Just give you guys infinite, never ending. Why was it called Halo? Never ending. All right. So, and their last operation.
Well, bro, Microsoft logic. I wouldn't look too deep into it. Like we said, when it comes to this company, I mean, you can't really take anything face value.
It's just called Infinite, even though it has an end date. So, Operation Infinite on Over and Teeth is going to be the last major update for the first-person shooter because the whole team will now be focusing on the multiple Halo titles under development. Xbox previously announced it's releasing Halo Campaign Evolved, a remake of the first game in the franchise, Halo Combat Evolved, sometime in 2026. It will be available for Xbox, PC, PS5, according to unverified. Why I say unverified reports? How old is this damn report, bro? No, this is today. Like never mind. It's verified, bro. All right, Halo Studio is also working on a new multiplayer live service project. Oh, unless they're my bad. I've read that wrong. My bad. Pay attention, Smooth. According to unverified reports, Halo Studios is also working on a new multiplayer live service project similar to Fortnite. That's not what I want to hear.
No.
That is not what I want to hear. I don't play.
All that means is just, once again, trying to chase something super popular again, just like talking about TikTok, just like trying to make everything in Xbox that has been mega successful in the world so that you think that you're going to get something again. And they're going to do and not learn from what Sony just tried to do. At this company, I can't. I didn't even read this. Now you're trying to chase Fortnite? And we're talking about TikTok before? Man, guys, you know what? Goose Faba, right? Anger management, not worth it. Let's just keep continuing.
Fortnite. I play Halo. I don't. So when you say similar to Fortnite, is it a battle royale Halo? If it is, not interested. Now, is it just a multiplayer game that it's free with battle passes, which is Halo Infinite's multiplayer? Then they're just repeating what they did. Now, are they going to be able to execute on that? Because they didn't execute with Infinite. So it becomes uninteresting. Operation Infinite will double the earnings rate for career rank and Spartan points. The final free Operation Pass will have no expiration date and will unlock 3 new armor sets. Upgrading to the 100 tier premium pass will give players a chance to unlock 5 more unique armor sets, 6 weapon models, and over.
So basically, he's going to be finishing what they're saying about that and the ranked seasons and all that. So we got to get the idea here. You were lied to again. It wasn't a 10-year plan. They barely even got to 5 before telling you that. So it's not like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, it's year 9 or 8. No. You didn't even barely get it halfway through. And you're not even putting it anywhere else. They're scrapping it all, getting rid of the engine. I mean, as a Halo player right now, I don't see why you would be happy. So let me know what you guys think about this. Once again, exposing more lies from Microsoft. Peace out. Have a great day, y'all. Stay being true. You know what's going down over here.